Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here from M.E.s Orchids, and I just thought I'd bring you into the grow room. I've had a new phone today and it's going to take me, I'm not very techno minded, and it'll take me a while to transfer everything, and I thought, well, if I come and do an orchid video, that'll keep me nice and calm, and then I can go and see if I can change my phone over. So this one here is, and you see the dark lip, and it's a deep maroon colour, the petals and sepals, and so this is the second year blooming for me, and you'll see we've got buds ready to crack open there, and we take down this area. There's the other one. Very nice it is, and it just sits up here in the window. So if I just step up here, and the light will change though, you'll see this gap here where it usually sits. Right, so I've been doing some orchid maintenance when I had that that mount deteriorate on the Orchids Phalaenopsis. I've been checking some of these mounts, and the mount I'd got for this one, which is the Cattleya Gaskeliana, again you see, on checking it, it hadn't really attached. Now I'm one of those, I'll give them so long, but then if they don't attach, you've got to think, well, why are they not attaching? And some of them, they just don't like whatever you've tried to put them on. So this is quite a nice piece of wood. Again, sterilised it. There's the back of it, and that just hangs in the window there. And if you'll see the temperature 22.9 in here, and it's 79% humidity. This is of course the big Cattleya Gaskeliana. I don't know if you'll see that. You can get a little bit closer. You see that new growth coming there. So this is the Orchids Phalaenopsis, and you'll see here it's now facing in this area, whereas before it was over facing that way, and I didn't want that. I wanted it facing so I could see it, and if there's any blooms come, the blooms will hang down here. It has bloomed for me before this, and you'll see the roots there. Got a nice root there. Oh, well, it's full of roots. I only lost one root. Oops, sorry, I only lost the one root, and so this is now in one of the Iron Maidens, and it's quite easy to water. I just put it into the trough of water like I do the Vandas, tongue-tied then, and just let all those roots turn green. So I'm very pleased about that now. So that's bare rooted, and it can stay there now, and it can grow into that Iron Maiden at its will. There's the other little, just watching me where I'm standing, that's the other little Vanda that I received, Vanda lamellata times Javier. That's still in the little original pot, I've not unpotted that. And we come down here, that's the Cattleya Gaskeliana. You see those, it tickles me, the new growth, so they're heading towards the light, and of course this is the catasetums on this south-facing windowsill, and that's of course that's catasetum there, pileatum yellow giant. That will get its reservoir topped up today. This is the new one that I've recently received, if I'm gentle enough and just bring it out. Let it focus in. That root's extended, and if you just, I don't know if you can see, just under the base there, a little new yellow root is emerging, and just under, though, between those two roots there's another little yellow root, and I have a feeling that that root there, the second one in, that one may extend, but all I can do is keep my fingers crossed. Like I say, we've had rain this morning, and now we've got the sunshine. Now you're probably not going to see now because the lights, sorry about that, the light from outside has changed and it's come streaming in now. This one here. Now I have watered. I have to be careful with this one. Sorry. It's sticking to that base. I have watered this one, and there's just a little bit in the bottom there, but it's still desiccated. Look at that. But I'm not worried, and that one's even worse desiccated. And we've got a root coming down there. Can you see them? So I've introduced a little bit of water, just enough to give some humidity down there, and I'll check that again in another week. Now this one we're looking at now is Dendrobium thysiflorum. Sorry about the light. It's terrible, isn't it, from this angle? See if I can lift it up and just bring it over here, because the light changes when I come inside. There we go. And so this is the growth this year. Nice new growth all the way from there. And there's no marks on the leaves. See how the leaves were marked? So there's no marks on the leaves at all. And because it was sat in that south facing window in our bedroom, and it's used to the intense heat, I decided to leave it. So it comes back over here, and this one just sits there. I don't overwater that one. That one, of course, is the other part of Vanda Peaches. I always think that's scaly, but it's the bits of the sphagnum moss. That's doing quite well there. This is that new growth here, and this is 24 carat. You can see how the sun hits that new leaf, but it's doing fine. I'm very pleased with that one. This one here, Sergioaria, you know, I said I've got the problem with the leaves, so that's the, you see, it's still dropping those leaves, and I don't know why, but what can you do? This is this big Gallio petalum. This one, that seems to be doing very well. That's a kind of a zygo in nature, I think. It's a zygo cross, but try and not have the leaves touching. This one here, this is the No-ID Phalaenopsis, and I've taken all the sphagnum moss from those roots. I think it's big enough now to be able to fend for itself, if you like. And that, of course, is the big Laelia purpurata duncle. That's the Maxillaria, or Camaridium praestans, now Maxillaria praestans, and I've changed that mount in the hope that it'll now start to produce roots. And if I move along here, it's just curling a little bit there, so I'm going to water this again, although they're all watered yesterday. And this is the Dendrobium chrysotoxum, and look at the size of that new growth this year. I seem to have been more careful with the orchids this year. This one is the Dendrobium goldsmithianum, and this one's doing very well. Just sends out cakeys, So I'll grow those on. And look at this one here. This is Cattleya, yes, RLC, is it? Yes, Pink Empress. Got new roots down there, and look at the size of this lovely new leaf. Thrilled to bits with that one. And this one here, with a nice new growth there, is, I think that's the one called Labiata Cerulean. And over here are the Barkereas, that's Barkerea Cathy. And I have to step down now, but never mind. And that's Barkerea Malin Colin. See, do mine. These get watered, and then they just left up here to just to dry. And this is Dendrobium gracilicoli. Got a new growth there. So I'll quickly go around them all. And that, of course, Sedaria japonica. That's the Dendrobium ladogesi, Dendrobium chrysium. These are two Tolumnias. And this one here is just waking up. Oh. Can you see that little tiny? Whether you'll see it from here, let's bring you into better light. Just under that wire, there's a little tiny green knobbing. And that's Dendrobium Li Chang Yi Miriam. So I'm hopeful. I thought I'd kill this one, but I haven't, thank goodness. And of course these are the frags. These are due to be watered again. And checked. That's I think this is the Grande, is it? Or is it Las Varinas? Grande. That nice new growth coming up there. Oh, this is another one I changed over. This is the, I call him, this one now is called My Left Foot. And this is the Phalaenopsis finleyi, and you'll see the label there. And what I did with this one is it had been on that mount for 2 years. So I gently, very gently, and I didn't damage anything, removed the root, and I found at the bottom it had another part. It hadn't completely opened and extended, but it wasn't dead, so I was thrilled to bits about that. And this one I've had to take out of a pot. No, it was a mount. And Cattleya Gaskeliana. And again, you see, look, it was struggling. Look at the leaf. So I've mounted it on this piece of cork bark, and I just have to keep my fingers crossed for that one. And this is that little nice one. We've lost one flower inflorescence, even though I said it was extending. I've just cut it off, it's just died back. And this is Phalaenopsis, the label's in the wrong way. Let's just show you. Sunrise, Red Pioca, Esme. I can actually put that at the back now. And then when I come to film. So, and that's the other big Laelia purpurata. So that's doing fine, that'll get watered today. And if I take you over here, quickly take you over here, there we go. That's the Gigantica Peach. And look, it won't be long before it heads sort of this way. And I think it's alright in there. So, when this is of course the Maxillaria Bembolina. I just water it down at the bottom here, let it take it up. It's a squipidale and the angraecum. So we've got the two new roots there. We've got another root which is coming out of this leaf here, and we've got that root, you might not see it down there, is extending there. That's one of the new ones, the Brassia Jarrock Fire Star, and I've not repotted that yet. And if I go back up here, this is the Walkeriana. Those are the two nice new growths, and that's another new growth. We have one or two leaves, can you see how they just die back? And that's another new growth under there. So that's sending out new growths everywhere and new roots, so I'm thrilled about that. And there's the other Barkeria, and that's the Watertoniana. You see? And that just hangs there. So, and that's Hilda Poxon just behind it. And these are the Masdevallias, and they're tucked in at the back there are the little Stellas. So, gosh, it's warm in here now. And that's one of the, is this Violaceae indigo blue with that nice inflorescence developing. And these are all due to be watered today. There we go. See, that's Cattleya Day. This one is the Hieroglyphica, which I wasn't sure had crown rot, so I'm still holding out that hope that it will develop from there. And this is, I think this is M.E.s, is it? Yes, and that's got that inflorescence starting to grow there now. That's that Phalaenopsis with another inflorescence. So, and these are of course all the Vandas, and which one is it? It might be that one, I can't remember now, but these are all sending roots out through those holes. That's Vanda Peaches, and again, let's just bring it over here. This is little Vanda Peaches. All those blooms. Have we got just two more to open? And there might be a third one. But I've not had one that's blasted. So that one's done very well. I'm very careful with it, and I'll put that one back down there. Of course, this is the Vanda curvifolia. That doesn't get watered every day like the other Vandas, but probably every 2 days. And there's the other little one that goes with it. And there we go, you see? All the nice roots. So, if I just gently bring you across here, that's the other part of the 24 carat. And this is, which I named wrong last time, this is Cattleya Gaskeliana. And this one's doing very nicely. See? That's due to be watered today. Those are a couple of rescues, the ones that were on the mount with the Phalaenopsis Finlayi. So I've taken them. They're only little tiny things. Whether they'll survive, I don't know. And this is Cattleya Labata, with that new growth there. Oh, sorry, here. And a nice root. There's one extending round there, and there's that one there. And this one is the, I've got the label here, Cattleya Dusky made by RLC Bruce Randall. I just lift her down, gives you an idea. Got that nice growth there, and we've got a nice growth there also. So, and of course this is Dendrobium Gatton Sunray, doing very well. That's the Biglalia M.E.s, that one there. You'll see the light change because I've got the light, the full spectrum light on here, and these all got watered last night. These are the Vandas, the little potted up Vandas. And there we go, you see. That's the Aspasia Sylvana, that one. And there's two Scaphoglottis. That's the Dendrobium a day, and I had to do a treatment on that because I thought there was some scale, so that got a treatment. This is the Miniata. That little inflorescence is finished with now. And again, you see these are some of the tin canales, as I call them, growing very nicely. That one's producing me a new root there. That's Tetraspis. There we go, and that nice leaf. And this one here is Tetraspis purple, and I've got that inflorescence growing out there. And this nice big one here, which I forget now, is Howard-Gin Princess, and that'll get plunged into some water today. And that's the Pastoral Innocence. That new growth is now beginning to open. So everything's looking fine. That Phalaenopsis there, I might dump that, even though it's got two green roots, because that centre leaf's still deteriorating, and it's now shedding another leaf. I can't be doing with them when they start to deteriorate like that, because I don't know how to save them, and I just wonder, you know, why do they keep doing it? But never mind. That is of course the Dendrobium crumenitum, and dropped all its leaves, but I'm hopeful, she says, that it might start growing some roots. And of course these are the Hoyas in this corner here. So that's going to be it now. I'm going to go down, get a cup of tea. These are some of the Phalaenopsis. These seem to be doing all right now, although let's take this way because you're in a darker light there. And we've just got one over there with a leaf tying back, but otherwise that's the extent of the grow room. Don't think there's anything else to report. And we've got one or two blooms, the Phalaenopsis ones, which are, you know, we're always grateful for. And I'll take my leave of you now. And oh, just notice that one. That's got a new growth there. Look at that one. And that's the Brasso Catatanti Jarac Fire Star. That's marvellous. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. And the temperature's now gone to 23.3 and it's 81% humidity. So I'm feeling rather warm. So take care now. Bye bye.